This month you really need to pay attention to what is actually going to take place, what is actually going to happen, what is actually going to manifest in your life, in particular when it comes to the 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th and the 21st of January 2021, because the 2022, because the certain events are going to happen, they're going to take place, they're going to surprise you, but at least, you're just going to be taken back like a tiny little bit, but at least your eyes are going to be open. At least you will be aware of what you should be aware of when it comes to this important time of your life. That in itself is going to set you on the actual path. That in itself is going to remind you of who you are. That in itself is going to remind you of your own spirituality, and most importantly, what a significant time at this very moment is to most certainly pay attention to what part of your life you want to take on the next level, because there is just so much confusion it's going on at the moment, and there is just so much of the energy that it's affecting people in such a way where you are just kind of like not losing yourself a little bit, but you're just kind of losing maybe the certain priorities that you should be actually paying attention to. So this is most certainly going to rejuvenate you, it's going to re-energize you, and most importantly, it's going to remind you to stay true to yourself and stay on your path, because by the time you come to the actual last day of January 2022, this is when a big mama moment going to happen. This is when a big mama situation going to take place, when you are going to have probably one of the most powerful, most important confirmations of your life. And yes, sometimes this life is like a little bit strange, a little bit bizarre and rather dark, but this is just, at the same time, it's very important for you to realize that you need to be the one who is like walking your own path. You must not let someone else to do that for you. So you're the one who needs to carry on your own spiritual candle. And on another hand, what else I was going to say, my gorgeous Capricorn, when it comes to the January 2022, your power will be very significant. You will be able to tell this, you will be able to feel this, because this is your time. It's when your energy literally multiplies. So it's the time to manifest, but it's also an important time to stay optimistic, stay as positive as you possibly can, and pay attention for the next step of your life. Pay attention for those things that are going to help you grow, that are going to help you reach an important part of your life, because it's all about your own ideas, realizations that you're going to have, but also at the same time, it's about putting this very magical, very unique and very powerful energy that you're going to be showered with throughout the actual month of January 2022. And yes, it's about you achieving so much more. It's about you being more energetic. It's about you being more optimistic, but at the same time, it's about doing the right thing, what you should be doing at this very moment in time. Okay, so this is why this is going to be so important, because it's about you having this very kind of sacred ability to kind of make the specific part of your life to grow. Okay, and this is something that I really look forward to, especially when it comes to you, my gorgeous Capricornius, and I really hope you understand this. It's important. Okay, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Capricornius, and it's for January 2022. So this monthly horoscope tarot card focus is for you, my gorgeous Capricorn, and it's for January 2022. Your number when it comes to the actual numerology is 1701. Okay, sorry, your number in numerology is 1701, which means that you are really gonna basically have a very unusual situation as well happening within the first 17 days of January. Within the first 17 days of January, there is a very unusual, bizarre and strange situation going to take place, going to happen. It's gonna be pretty much so gonna refresh your connection with your own spirituality through the actual spirit world, through the actual angels, angels, through all sorts of messages, all sorts of connections that you're going to feel. It's all going to be highlighted through your own spirit guide. So you just really pretty much, so my Lord, you need to pay attention to the actual, that stage and the period in between the 1st and the 17th of January 2021, because here, my gorgeous Capricornius, you know, you are going to have more than one message, you know, 3 very specific and strong messages you are going to have that are going to kind of manifest in such a way that it's just, you will know what your direction is. It's going to be highlighted what you should do, where you should go, what you should avoid, what you should pay attention to. It's important. And also, you know, pay attention to the numbers 333 repeating and 777 repeating, because every single time you see that number repeating throughout the actual months, you need to remember that it's just like a kind of like through the power of synchronicity, you pretty much so are having an important answer coming up, which is direct reflection of what you think it's impossible in your mind. So you need to, my Lord, make the most of it, my gorgeous Capricornius, whatsoever. And of course, did you really think that I forgot? Did you really think that I forgot? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. I love you, my gorgeous Capricornius. Happy, happy, happy birthday. This is what I need you to remember. Just to basically use this magical energy throughout this month of January 2022. Indeed, this is your time. Even if sometimes, you know, things are really strange, bizarre, rather darkish out there, even at this time, it doesn't really matter. Your energy is going to be very magnified in so many different ways, especially when you are kind of like optimistic over the certain parts of your life that you can take on the next level. So you need to make the most of it. I'm going to say this 10 more times until you actually understand this. I'm not saying that you're not understanding it, but until you just remember subconsciously that Sashita actually mentioned this. It's important. I just need to let my Coco out. Just a second, my gorgeous Capricornius. There you go, Coco. Okay, so this is what I need you to remember. It's rather important indeed. On another hand, number 1701 also means that you are pretty much so spontaneously going to find yourself where you should be. And this spontaneous situation that is going to take place, you know, over the last 7 days in January is just going to be pretty much going to require from you to be kind of like adventurous in a certain way. But then on another hand, it's just a spontaneous situation that is going to take place, and you're going to naturally respond to this. But most important thing here is that you are going to find yourself on something new, on a new path, you know, or on a new stage in your life, you know, with a brand new direction. But it's pretty much so connected to what you have been doing so far. But something is going to feel so new, something is going to feel so different, something is going to feel so exciting. And this is the energy that I want you to pay attention to, because at the same time, when you go along with this energy, there is so much, my Lordy Lord, coming to you. So it's not only the last 7 days of January, but it's also throughout the actual January. Pay attention to the ideas, because my Lordy Lord, they're going to be coming from somewhere else. So I need you to remember this. It's important. There is a lot going to be uncovered as well. On another hand, you know, it's just about what you need to do this month is just offer, you know, as much as you can of your own services, of your own energy towards something very specific, towards the actual specific goal. Because at the same time, the more you do this, you will know the sharper you're going to become, the more rejuvenated you're going to feel. You will know that you're on the right path. You will know that you're on the right way. Just remember me, no matter what is going on, this is exactly what you should be doing. Because on one hand, it's going to really clear so much of emotional confusion as well. Okay? And then on another hand, you know, you're just naturally going to feel this need to move on, you know, and you're going to naturally feel like how you will seek more from life than what you are experiencing right now. So this is going to all lead towards a very powerful spiritual quest, you know. So you will choose yourself to make big life changes. And now this in itself is going to be connected to the actual priorities that you're already going to kind of become aware of this January 2022. So it's about the change of priorities, making adjustment, but also at the same time, you know, very interesting advice that you're gonna get from someone. This is something that you need to pay attention to, because at around the same time when you're finding yourself on this spiritual quest, baby, it's all about this interesting advice that you are going to get from somebody who is a rather important person or figure in your life, but it's pretty much so to do with an obstacle that you kind of facing right in front of you. So this interesting advice is just going to make it to go kind of further, and it's also at the same time going to remind you of the fact that, you know, you have to support yourself before you can support others. So this is an important time, an important month to think about yourself as much as you possibly can, right? This is very important. And also at the same time, you know, this is going to lead, you know, towards a very powerful and important, significant opportunities. You know, this opportunity is going to make you feel so good. It's going to make you feel alive again. And somehow, you know, at the time when you become aware of the certain opportunity, somebody who is like an Aquarius, the actual Aquarius, somebody who's a Aquarius in horoscope, or somebody who has got like Aquarius Ascendant, or somebody who has got like a moon in Aquarius, somebody who has got a very strong energy of the actual Aquarius. So it doesn't have to be a Aquarius sign, but then again, it can be very strong energy of around that sign that is coming from this person. That person is somehow going to be connected to this, especially when it comes to the actual opportunities. You realizing an opportunity that are going to start the process of renewal in your life when it comes to your inspiration, when it comes to faith, when it comes to like hope, you know. This is at the same time going to rejuvenate you, but it's also going to bring you so much of the actual healing energy, and it's like kind of connected to a little bit of an unexpected help, but in the best possible way. Help where you're going to have your eyes open, help where you're going to kind of have some kind of confirmation. You know, this is all going to be connected to this, and at the same time it's going to remind you how important it is to believe in your personal power. I can't stress enough how you Capricornius, you're so deep and you're powerful, you are very unique, my lord. I say this every time, and you need to know this, how unique you are, how powerful you are. Your deepness can see places, your deepness can help you connect, your deepness can help you travel, you know, like with your mind. Your deepness can help you understand and see what lots of other people don't understand and don't see, you know. So this is why this is so important, my lord. So remember to believe in your personal power as well. There is going to be a quite interesting moment of justice that you are going to become aware of as well, and this moment of justice is nothing as such to do with you, but this is going to mean to you so much, you know. This is going to mean to you so much, because that moment of justice that you become aware of is just going to reflect on you and on your situation when it comes to your future planning. So something is going to start making sense here to you, and at the same time, you know, it's just about the actual decision that you're going to make when it comes to planning and making the first steps, you know, when it comes to the your future planning and things like that. On another hand, you know, you are, my lord, I need to prepare you that somebody's going to try to wind you up like with completely opposed opinions to you. So I would just like, bye darling, see you later. You know, somebody's going to try to wind you up, and I think that person who is going to kind of appear around you, do not bite it. Do you even say that? You know, do not bite it. You know, don't bite it. You know, don't go for it. Don't push something that there is no point to push. I think that you are going to come across somebody, and this is going to happen, oh God, either on the 5th of January, 15th of January, or 25th of January. This number 5, it's going to be very specific. Number 5, it's going to be very specific when this takes place. So you need to be prepared, kind of. But then again, just try to walk away from the situation, because what am I trying to say is that there is no point to prove your point. There is no, because you are so far apart with opposed opinions that this is the problem right now. So there is no point. So I just need to prepare you for this. On another hand, it looks like that you are actually going to learn a really big lesson through this when it comes to your determination, when it comes to your initiative, when it comes to your strength, when it comes to being inspired, because this is actually going to work for you. Like, it's almost going to be like, oh my God, it's going to play an important role when it comes to you being inspired. This is actually going to inspire you to remove yourself from the situation that no longer serve you, to not absorb negativity, because there is no point to keep absorbing negativity. So it's just going to kind of inspire you to move on with your life even more. So this is also going to be connected to that spiritual quest that I said before so much. And at the same time, it's going to make you aware of things, that you should be aware of, and of the people, that you should be aware of. This is going to be really big kind of learning situation that it's actually going to be connected to this. Very important when it comes to you indeed. On another hand, when it comes to you, my gorgeous Capricornius, for example, like when it comes to your nutrition and things like that, what you should be doing, please try to get something like a natural dose of B vitamins, like a B vitamin complex. You're going to need that for just like a little bit of stress, and you're going to need that also like kind of to bring you energy, because the energy is going to be like kind of low, very strange and bizarre. But then on one hand, you will be able to use this energy to your advantage, because even if the energy is really thick throughout the January, when your balance is going to be so perfect, you will be able to achieve a lot. But on another hand, this tricky thing about it is because it makes you feel like really drained and tired. So I would highly suggest you to get something like a natural dose of B vitamins, B vitamin complex, the whole thing, baby. But the B12 needs to be made as a methylcobalamin, which is the natural form of B12, and also folic acid needs to be made as a folate, which is a natural version of folic acid. Not folic acid, no, but folate, which is a natural version of that same ingredient. So this is something that I would recommend you to take every single morning, because the reason why in the morning, because it's just going to start you up nicely, because it's gentle enough to take it in the morning first thing, and also it's going to give you energy, it's going to re-energize you, it's going to be kind of like a brilliant when it comes to stress, worries and things like that. And on another hand, it's also going to be beneficial for your entire digestive system, because I can see your stomach being just like a little bit sensitive, and this is what I would recommend indeed. On another hand, please keep on drinking like organic dandelion tea, like my lord, like if it can be made like of the whole plant, it would be like A+, because it's very important for you to do this at the moment, because it's going to help you so much to flush out the toxins out of the system. So I would be sipping as much as you can the actual dandelion tea, through organic dandelion tea throughout this month, and of course try to avoid like a sugar, because I don't take sugar. I didn't take sugar like myself in a long time, because the sugar is like a bad stuff, It's worse than drugs, really. So try to avoid sugar as much as you can. If you do need to sweet it with something, then you just like use organic maple syrup or maybe organic honey and things like that. But most certainly stay away from sugar. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor. You just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Now, my gorgeous Capricornius, I'm going on the very first date that is going to be quite important, which is going to be the 1st, 2nd, and the 3rd of January 2022. Sorry, I need to get used to 2022, because now we are in 2022, so I just need to get used to it. If I'm saying 21, I mean 22, But yeah, basically, before I go there, I would highly suggest you something like a seraphinite. Look at this gorgeous pendant. This is a brand new pendant in my store, and it's absolutely gorgeous, and it's very important when it comes to like a worries, negativity, stress. It's like when it comes to us feeling like not feeling ourselves, so this is something that I would highly recommend you every single time when you're like feeling spaced out throughout January and February 2022. I would highly recommend you this, but in particular when it comes to worries, when it comes to anxiety, when it comes to stress, when it comes to like a negativity that is caused with that, then we are followed by this negative energy that only slows us down. So this is something that I would highly recommend you, because it's going to open you up a really nice nicely, and it's going to bring you that balance like almost instantly, you know. So you respond in the right way, so you act in the right way, and also at the same time it's just like a brilliant to clear any confusion, you know, because the confusion can make us kind of think in such a way where we kind of like lose the sense of like what we should really be paying attention to. So this is something that I would highly recommend you. This comes with a gorgeous sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this Seraphinite, it's right in the description below. So by buying things from my channel, my gorgeous Capricornius, you're also supporting my channel as well. So now we have a 1st, 2nd and the 3rd of January 2022. You know, it's gonna be like the pretty much so the 1st of January, pay attention to what is on your mind. On the 2nd, like throughout the day, from the very first thing in the morning, something is going to be like sticking out, something is just going to be like, oh my god, I need to pay attention to. It's to do with your passion, but it's to do with the problem, it's to do with negativity, but it's also to do with like an important realization that you're going to have by the time you get to the 3rd of January 2022. You are going to become aware of something really crazy, really ludicrous, really weird, really bizarre, but it's nothing to do with your personal situation, but this in itself is going to be playing an important role with you having your eyes open. This is where the little redirection is already going to start. The bottom line is the 1st, 2nd and the 3rd of January are going to make aware of things that you weren't aware of before, but it was connected to things that you already kind of knew. So you're just going to go on the next level, which is by the 3rd of January going to make you aware of the actual kind of like a little hidden danger, and you're going to kind of become aware of the actual, you know, you're going to become aware of an unknown little danger, and that's really important because it's going to have a very kind of specific influence and impact on you. I know it sounds like, oh my god, dark Lala type of thing, but it's actually not, because this is going to in turn in a really good challenge. And not that you're gonna say, oh my god, no challenges. No, this is gonna be a good one, because there is gonna come a lot out of it, but it's also going to give you the necessary energy and vibration to kind of like see things for what they are, but also it's gonna help you to make a really kind of like to make you realize what your next step is going to be. And that in itself is gonna give you kind of miraculous power when it comes to you being able to see things for what they are, which is going to lead towards you in between the 1st, 2nd and 3rd of January, in between these days and the 11th of January. You need to pay attention to the actual you know, sudden progresses that you will be able to actually make after this moment in time, because this is going to make you to adjust your life in the right way. You will make quite important decisions here, but then again at the same time this is all to do with your own advancement. It's all to do with what you're doing right now, but also bringing more into your life no matter what. You know, this is very important, because you are really, by the time you get to the actual 17th of January 2022, you are most certainly going to find yourself being very creative, and your own creativity is going to be talking to you. Your own creativity is going to be like pretty much so going to be answering so many questions to you. There are things that didn't make sense that are going to make sense to you through your own creativity. So this is something to follow. This is something that is going to make a really big impact on your life, because also you are going to have a very meaningful experience, and that particular by the 17th of January you're going to have a very, very, my lord, meaningful experience. It's almost going to feel adventurous, but the bottom line is that it's going to really remind you to never give up, to never ever 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 give up, no matter what. Okay, the second date is going to be on the 11th of January 2022. I would also highly suggest you something like this gorgeous strawberry quartz as well. Look how gorgeous this is. This is also a brand new pendant in my store as well, and it's absolutely wonderful when it comes to us opening up, you know, when it comes to us communicating, when it comes to us feeling vibrant, when it comes to us feeling positive, when it comes to us feeling optimistic, when we want to like get that more out of ourselves, you know, when we're doing something really important and we want to kind of make the most of it, you know. This helps us so much with the conversation, with our own optimism. Also helps a lot to bring the right people into to attract and bring the right people into your life as well. So this is something I highly recommend you to have. Gorgeous strawberry quartz, and this comes also with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well. The 11th of January is quite a big mama here again, because it's just all about you are gonna feel very enthusiastic here, and it's a special 11th, 12th and the 13th. The 11th, 12th and the 13th are pretty much so going to be connected to like some kind of like a very daring situation that is going to take place, but it's pretty much so going to feel rather like kind of exciting, because it's going to be connected to the new initiative because it's just connected to something new that you're going to become aware of, something that you want to bring into your life. But at this moment in time, you will become aware of the unlimited possibilities. So it's a golden moment in time in many different ways, because it's going to bring you this absolutely wonderful positive obsession, you know, when it's something really good. You know, I know obsession is like a bizarre word, but this is actually going to be quite good obsession, because it's exactly going to make you feel like how you haven't felt in a long time. So you will know that this is time to this is something to pay attention to. And also it's going to reveal, it's going to bring you powerful revelation on the 18th of January, for example. Like this is going to help you realize what part of your life is like a fantasy, what part of your life is unrealistic, you know, what part of your life is like a negative imagination connected to some kind of daydreams. That particular part of your life is slowly coming to an end. So this is going to help you to kind of recognize this, and it's on another hand going to really kind of increase your desire and determination and strong willpower even more. I really like this so much, because you know there is something going to be answered here to you, something very deep when it comes to your own path, when it comes to your own destiny. And I hope you listen to me. This is important, Capricornius. And the 11th, or at around the 11th of January, you know, something very important is going to be answered to you when it comes to your own destiny. This is absolutely brilliant, because you know at the same time it's going to help you with a certain conclusion, and that conclusion is going to open your eyes and is going to help you realize that you're approaching the end of a very, very annoying problem, which is on another hand going to be connected to an unexpected event, which is going to open your eyes. And also it's going to help you to kind of give credit to yourself where the credit is due. You must not forget that. But also on another hand, it's, you know, recognition, an important recognition about yourself, that it's all going to bring an ultimate change in your life that you needed, that you're waiting for, that you're really hoping to happen. This is brilliant, and it's to do with your own success, you know. And I like this because on the 11th of January also, it's about you realizing some kind of sad time of your life that took so much energy from you, so much worries, you know. This is going to be like connected to it, because it's going to help you realize that, you know, pretty much so great sadness will end and heal with time. So this is something that you need to remember, and also to let go of the past. It's very important indeed. The third date that I would like to talk to you about is the 31st of January. Now the 31st of January is just basically pretty much so this is an absolutely mind-blowing day when it comes to the actual, you need to pay attention to the planning. There is some kind of plan that it's going to be on your mind, and don't rush with anything. Just remember, one step at a time. Great things in life, they do take time indeed, and do not block your future by thinking negatively. So you have to remember to be persistent, and to be persistent. So this is the word that these are the words that I need you to remember on the 31st of January. Keep on being persistent no matter what, okay? Keep on being persistent, because you, by being persistent, you are doing the right thing. You are doing what you should be doing. You make sure that you stay on your path. You make sure that you are fulfilling your spiritual journey. By the same time, that is going to bring you an absolutely big mama mind-blowing idea how to prevent the tower situation in your life, and how to protect what's yours, how to protect, you know, your finances, your financial situation. You know, it's all gonna be the things that belong to you. You know, it's all like kind of like looking at the big picture in your life, and being smart, being clever, and doing things in your own unique way. You are going to find yourself by the end of January, the 31st of January, you know, on a path where you just must trust yourself and push your fears aside, and at the same time you need to remember to take a leap of faith as well. Very important indeed. Okay, now my gorgeous Capricornius, I'm just gonna see briefly what to pay attention into in the first part of January, mid part of January, and the last part of January. The first part of January 2022, ignore the fear, ignore the negativity. The energy is going to be very thick, so you must get the most of it, in sense of like you just like focusing on your life and the things that are in front of you. Okay, so it's pretty much so a lot to do with ignoring an unfounded fear. And also you have to remember that the first part of January is superb to refocus your thoughts. The mid part of January, you know, it's like a perfect for meditation, baby, because there is a lot that it's gonna come to you. And also this is brilliant when it comes to like a temporary pause for reflection and insight. So it's brilliant. It's going to help you to see certain things in a new light. This is important. The last part of January, my gorgeous Capricornius, you know, you need to remember it's about planning, not rushing into anything, waiting into anything, you know, waiting for the perfect timing. It's more important now than ever. Okay, so now my gorgeous Capricornius, I'm just going to see what is going to happen to those of you in relationship. This is an absolutely powerful time for those of you in relationship, because I can see two people getting together. I can see two people having a great time. I can see lots of vavavoomish romance, you know, going on. You know, I can see also big problem coming to an end. It looks like that the couples have been suffering a lot. Maybe you were worrying so much, maybe you were really negative. However, it caused a certain problem. Maybe it kind of caused like a certain friction in between you two for the couples. So now there is a certain problem with the friction slowly coming to an end. The bottom line is that an important harmony is going to come through, and that harmony that is coming this month, it's also going to be pretty much so, it's going to remind you how important it is to actually just carry on with your plans, because by the time, you know, the last week of January happens, it's all about the continuation of the certain progress, continuation of the certain plan that is actually going to take place. For when it comes to those of you who are single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous Capricornius, I'm sorry, there is not going to be the love of your life that is going to happen this month, but something very important is going to take place, and something that is going to answer your question if you would like to know about this. Okay, so the certain family matter is going to come up, some kind of family problem, and when that family problem comes up, you are gonna be needed. Your energy is going to be needed. You're going to need to step in. This is important, and I know that this is for singles, but this is important because at the same time, you know, you will do something great. There is something that you know, there is something that you're aware of, there is something that you really kind of know, and you need to kind of step in and put a little bit of light on this situation, because you are gonna pretty much so gonna be playing an important role protecting someone, you know, from maybe some kind of like a danger as well. I'm telling you why this is so important, because that in itself, it's going to start a certain process of change, which you're not even going to realize. And few days later, within the next few days later, the certain events are going to take place, and you're going to find yourself on a certain path where you are going to make the certain change into your life. You're going to focusing on a new direction and something different, doing something different. So this is going to take place, and it's going to manifest few days after this. So you can pay attention to this actual timing. This in itself is going to bring a new direction into your life, where you're going to find yourself by the end of this month, and that new direction is going to connect you with somebody very interesting, not one person but quite a few different persons. So these people, so this is going to be very interesting, because one particular person is going to be more than important here, more than significant. But you just need to remember these are only the beginning stages in January 2022. February 2022 for the single ones is going to be much more promising, because this is the time when this person is going to start coming out to you. You know, this is what the time when this person is going to kind of, you're going to start becoming aware of exactly who this person is. Okay, my gorgeous Capricornians, thank you so much for watching my videos. I wish you a happy new year 2022, and we can all hope indeed that this year it's going to be a bit more colorful, that this year it's going to be a bit more exciting, that this year it's going to be a bit more optimistic. By the same time, remember that there's a lot all down to you. You know, just make sure you stay on your path. Now it's more important than ever. I wish you a happy new year. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of healing, peace, love and light. So I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you, my gorgeous Capricornians. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.